So, making content as a copywriter, the beginner's guide. So, the first thing you need to know is, who are you trying to reach? In order to come up with a content strategy as a copywriter, you need to know who needs your services. Who are you trying to reach with your content? Who are you trying to provide value to with your content? And yes, I know every guru and their mother has probably told you that you need to come up with your ideal customer persona, you need to come up with a customer avatar, you need to come up with this, you need to come up with that. But what I am going to do here is going to show you exactly how you can define that person you're trying to reach so that you can actually make content that resonates with those people. Is that good? Super. So in order to know who you are trying to reach, you need to answer a list of questions to the best of your ability. In order to answer those questions, you can go out and interview those people you have in mind, or you can just ask ChatGPT, like I did. The thing is that ChatGPT has already been trained with probably 90% of the data in the world. So asking ChatGPT for information about your ideal customer persona isn't really a bad thing, isn't really a bad idea. So let's go. So let's get started. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, what are you offering? And I know I'm not talking about your grand slam offer, right? I'm talking about, like Alex Emozi says, I'm talking about, what are you offering? Are you offering video? Are you offering video editing? Are you offering email copy? Are you offering headers? Are you offering, short form content scripts? What are you offering with your content? Like, what is the service you're offering? What are you offering? If it's more than one, you can do that, but I suggest, sticking with one service. So, what are you offering? That's the first thing you need to answer. The next thing you need to answer is, how do you want to position yourself? I know many gurus have been like, position yourself. You heard Luke Bellman, you've heard Andrew Tate, you've heard everybody say positioning. But what the fuck is positioning? What this basically means is that, how do you want to be seen by the people who watch your content? Do you want to be seen as, as an authority, right? Do you want to be seen as an authority, but with a human side? Do you want to be seen as the go-to guy when you need emails? How do you want to be seen in the eyes of your viewers? That's what I mean. That's what this means. How do you want to position yourself, right? And by the way, I have a document down below, so that will guide you in answering this as well. And I also highly suggest that you answer this along with me, right? Answer it along with me as I teach you how you answer it. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by, how do you want to position yourself? How do you want to be seen by your ideal viewers? How do you want to present yourself? That's the question here. Next thing is, who is your ideal customer persona? Who are they? Are they coaches? Are they small businesses? Are they farmers? Who needs your copy? Who needs your copy? Who needs copy from you? Who do you think will benefit the most from your copy, from what you have to say and what you have to sell? Who is your ideal customer persona? Coaches, consultant, agency owners, very, very common. But who is your, who needs your services? That's what I mean here. The next thing you have to answer is, what is your unique selling proposition? What is it? What makes you unique from everybody else? The thing is that, this can get a little complicated. If you're writing emails for an email list that is supposed to book calls, you could be unique by saying that you only charge per booked call. Or you could be unique by presenting a different, unique mechanism, right? And naming it differently, right? The way you come up with your copy is unique. Like something that is unique and that you can propose that will make sense to your ideal viewer. Later I'll show you examples, but that's basically what I mean here. So the next thing you need to know is and this is very, very important. This point is probably the first most important point of everything here. What are the fears and dreams of your audience? Like the people who are going to watch your content, right? The people who need your stuff. What are they afraid of? What do they dream of, right? When they think of what you're teaching and what you're selling. What are they afraid of? What do they dream of? For instance, as a copywriter, right? As an email, like if you're selling email copyright, and your ideal viewer, your ideal customer might be afraid of, spamming their email list, right? Or repelling their audience, or disgusting their audience that they've worked so hard to build, right? So something that your audience may be afraid of. You need to write those down. You need to write at least five each for each. Write 5 dreams or 5 fears. If you can't come up with 5, 3 is also fine, but each. So the next thing you need to consider is what kind of objections do these people have? When you get on a sales call with these people, what do they say? If you're selling email copy, and I know email copy is like, I've been using email copy a lot as an example because I like it. So if you're selling email copy, right? An objection may be that, oh, my email list isn't big enough, or, oh, I don't know if people still open emails, like those kinds of things. What are the objections these people have, right? So that's it. You need to answer these questions, and if you don't want to go out to interview or you don't want to use your own brain to answer these questions, you can always use ChatGPT like I did. Like ChatGPT is king. But here's the thing. If you use ChatGPT to answer these questions, right, don't write everything ChatGPT says word for word. Try to rewrite what ChatGPT said in your own words, like how you understand what ChatGPT said. Most of the time, ChatGPT will not be wrong. But write it down or put it in a Google Doc in your own words so you understand and you can agree with ChatGPT, like I did. And if you need any help whatsoever, I've prepared a document that you can use that will guide you in this. It's down below, and if it's not there anymore, you can join my free WhatsApp group down below and just ask for it. So the next thing we're going to do is derive your content pillars from what you just answered back there. And you may ask, like, what are your content pillars? Your content pillars are basically the general topics that you are going to talk about in your content. So we are making content to book more calls and close more deals. That's why you're making content. You're not making content to entertain people, right? And here's the thing. If you don't have content pillars, if you decide to skip this crucial step, right, you're going to be like, oh, creator B did this piece of content and they got this many views, let me do the same thing. You're going to start copying other people, right? And that's not what we want. Don't copy people. You can take inspiration from them, but don't copy them word for word. Don't do that. So that is exactly why you need content pillars. I probably already said this back there, but your content pillars are based entirely off the fears, the dreams, and objections your ICP has. That's what your content pillars are. They're based off that. For instance, if you're, again, selling email copy, right, to entrepreneurs who are making content like me, a common objection would be like, I don't have enough time, or my email list is too small. Or a fear I may have is like, I would get too overwhelmed with emails, doing that on top of content, and I wouldn't have any time to like deliver good services to my clients. Like, that's a general fear I may have. So, and that could turn like into a content pillar, like about making emails like quickly, like time management and emails, right? Writing emails quickly. Like that could be a whole, content pillar where you can make content about, because let me just get too ahead. But that's the whole thing here. So this is an example of how you should have answered the questions back there. So for instance, I'm offering email copy to nurture and welcome prospects and clients through email the right way. That's what I'm offering, right? And how do I want to position myself? I want to position myself as the go-to guy you come to when you want to nurture your audience through email and you don't have time. That's how I want to position myself. So my ICP is service providers, i.e. coaches, consultants, agencies, and freelancers who are already making content and have an audience, no matter how small or big. I should have added that. And my unique selling proposition is it could be a guarantee. For instance, I charge per booked call, or I guarantee money back in 30 days or something like that. Or could be a specific mechanism of how I come up with my content and review my copy. Or a good unique selling proposition could be like the prospect trusts you and your ability to deliver through your content. Like you've already made so much content, the prospect already trusts you, right? And that may be very, very, very important for certain prospects. So what fears may my ICP have? The ICP may fear adding marketing on top of content creation, which could overwhelm them or distract them from actually delivering a good service, as I said earlier, right? The ICP may be afraid of sending poorly written or irrelevant emails that could damage their reputation and cause their audience to lose trust, which is a very valid fear. The ICP fears spamming their audience and driving them away through excessive or irrelevant emails. That's a very common fear. And the thing is that you can pry on, I know this sounds like, bad, but you can quite literally pry on these fears and dreams and objections for your own will. Like, okay, I know it sounds a little psychotic, but it's true. Think about it. That's literally every YouTube title, every thumbnail, every piece of short form content. They are prying on your fears, your insecurities, your dreams, and your objections. That's literally the hook to everything. So some of the dreams that my ICP may have is turning their existing audience into highly qualified booked appointments without too much effort, which is, everyone's dream. It's even my dream. The ICP dreams of fostering trust and a deeper connection with their audience so that when they offer their services, people are eager to book a call or buy directly, which is a very valid dream for everyone who makes content. The ICP wants a stress-free process where they can continue creating content while their email system works efficiently in the background to nurture and convert leads. That's a dream, right? The ICP have, but may not necessarily have the means of fulfilling the dream, the means or the time of fulfilling that dream, right? So some objections this ICP may have is the ICP may feel their audience is too small for email nurturing to be effective, thinking that email marketing only works for larger audiences. That's a very valid objection. I mean, I also have that objection. The ICP may question whether email marketing will truly convert their audience into booked appointments. Maybe like nobody opens emails these days or something like that. Like that's also a very valid objection. Probably 60 to 50% of the emails that you receive you never open. Maybe the percentage is a lot more, I don't know. But I know that I don't open up to 60% of my emails. The third objection the ICP may have is that nurturing through emails might come off as too salesy, which may repel their audience that they've worked so hard to build through pure value-based content. I mean, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to accidentally push their audience away because they were too greedy. Nobody wants that. So they may not want to move forward with you. And all of these fears and dreams you can use to create content pillars for yourself. General topics that you can talk about in your content. So next, once you have all of this written down for yourself, by yourself, unique to you and your service, right? You need to go to ChatGPT, right? And use this prompt to come up with your own content pillars. So you copy your doc in the format that I have right here, offer, positioning, ICP, UCP, fears, dreams, objections, right? You copy your doc up here, or you can use the doc that I just shared with you, right? As a guide. So you copy your doc up here, and then you continue with, use the fears, dreams, and objections of my ICP to come up with content pillars along with a line. So you copy your doc up here, and then you continue with, use the fears, dreams, and objections of my ICP to come up with content pillars, along with a one-line explanation of why it is a pillar. Because you need to understand why it's a pillar, so that you can make your content more unique to yourself. So if you do that, you should have something like this: effortless integration, or reputation through quality content. So effortless integration, explanation, showcase Showcase how email marketing can be smoothly integrated into your existing content creation process without overwhelming or distracting them from their core services, which is like prying on one of those fears they have. The ICP is afraid of getting overwhelmed from email plus content. Another thing is that, reputation building through emails. So this is a pillar because it emphasizes the importance of sending well-crafted, relevant emails that not only maintain their reputation, but also build a deeper trust with their audience. Probably a dream the ICP has. This then becomes your content pillar. This is your content pillar. Everything here, you can pick a few, you can remove a few, this then becomes your content pillar. These are the general topics you're going to be talking about in your content. So the next thing you have to do is tell ChatGPT, after that, after you've removed what you wanted and changed what you wanted, add that to ChatGPT's memory again, and then tell it to come up with 20 content ideas for each pillar based on commonly asked FAQs, and add the FAQ beneath each content idea so you know where it came from. So once you do that, ChatGPT will return 20 ideas for each content pillar, which are all very valid ideas to make content about. And by the way, if you don't want to make content for YouTube, you can make content, short form content, or LinkedIn or X posts. But from my experience, I know that I've booked the most amount of calls ever from YouTube. I haven't tried LinkedIn, but short form content, I don't think short form content is good for B2B content. I don't think short form content is a good option to get clients. But YouTube, it's king. No, bottom line, it's king. So yeah, come with content ideas. So once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. Once you've done everything I've told you, word for word back then, you should have something that looks like this, the top of your content funnel. Your ICP well-defined. From your ICP well-defined, you get your content pillars. And then these then become your content pillars, right? Trust, building trust without being salesy, no spam email strategies, nurturing your audience while still creating content. These are your content pillars, right? And then you have your content ideas. From stress-free email marketing, how to set up an email sequence in under an hour. That's a valid idea. Step-by-step guide to writing your first welcome email. That's a good idea to make content about as a copywriter. Batching emails, create a month's worth of email in a day. That's a great idea as a copywriter to make content about, because this is a very valid concern your ideal customer will have. I don't have time to make content. I just don't have the bandwidth to make content. That's a very valid excuse your customer has. How to reuse your content for your emails, save time and energy. That's a very, very good idea, right? Another thing is turning small audiences into big results. That objection that came up from the last time about they have a small audience, so email marketing won't work for them. How to get booked calls even if your list is tiny. How to build a strong relationship with a small audience and add through email. Why you don't need thousands of subscribers to be successful. How to grow your email list organically from small numbers. Nurturing small audience to get consistent results. Or you could be nurturing small audience to get to book calls consistently. These are valid ideas based on the insecurities and dreams your ideal customer has. Again, I know this sounds, a little psychotic or sociopathic, but it works. Another pillar, building trust without being salesy. How to write emails that feel like a friendly conversation. The perfect balance between selling and serving in your emails. How to use stories to build a connection with your audience through emails. How to use your personal stories to build trust in emails. These are good content ideas. These are very valid content ideas. Maybe if I made content about email copy, I wouldn't use these titles. I'd make them more emotionally appealing, but this is a good launch point to start from. No spam email strategies. How to write engaging emails without annoying your audience. How often should you email your list? How to keep your emails out of the spam folder. Writing emails that feel like a conversation, not spam. The perfect frequency for sending emails without being spammy, which is a very valid concern your ICP has. Do you understand the power of this, right? You have your whole top of content funnel. You have once you're going through all of this, right? Once you're going through the ones you can make, the piece of content you feel qualified to make, right? You would literally get leads on autopilot. You wouldn't have to do any cold outreach ever again. Forever. If you're on YouTube, your content is evergreen. You will continue to get views forever. Do you understand what forever means? Unless some crazy world-ending event destroys all Google servers, you will continue to get leads forever. That's big, bro. This is my cheeky way of telling you that that's not the topic of this video. This is literally the top of your content funnel. Your middle of your content funnel could be, more content, maybe emails as well, and then the bottom of your content funnel, conversions and stuff, But if you need any help or you have any questions whatsoever, you can book a free call with me down below, or you can join my free WhatsApp group if you want to. I'm not forcing this on you, but yeah, if you have any questions or you want to talk with me, the WhatsApp group is there for you anytime to join, and subscribe if you find my content valuable. Bye bye.